Hey folks, today we're continuing on with our series of first time home buyers and just what programs are out there to help you realize the dream and goal of home ownership. And there's a program that one of my local lenders, my favorite local lender, Kayla Parker, has joined us again today. And she's going to tell you a little bit more about it, but it's called the Home Funded Program. And let's just say, for example, you're trying to save up for a home. The average price here in Pensacola is around $350,000. So for a 3.5% down, you're roughly about $10,500 for your down payment. So this video is for those of you who are struggling to save that down payment. And maybe we've looked at other programs and you know you're going to qualify for the 3.5% down program. So I invited Kayla along to let's talk about how do we help you and how do your friends and family help you realize that dream of home ownership. So Kayla, thanks again for being here today. I appreciate it. Let's talk a little bit about the Home Funded program. If you'll tell our folks what
what it is and how it works.
yeah.
Absolutely. So I love our home funded program. It's just one of the unique things that we offer at Reliance Mortgage because we're part of an innovative company. And what they did was they said, hey, we know that people struggle to save up for the down payment because we start to save and then we need four new tires.
Mm,
Life happens,
yeah.
right? Or we're just young and we're trying to get established, right?
Yeah.
And
Newly married. Oopsie. We're having a baby.
exactly. So and we know that we have to operate under a lot of regulations, and that's for good reason. We don't want another 2008.
No.
So we operate with lots of rules in the mortgage industry, and one of those is how much you can be gifted for your down
Mm,
payment. And so we get gifts all the time, and they can be large gifts, but the number of different people that can get gifts is limited.
right.
And so this is a way to crowdsource your down payment
Sorry,
from
the wind's blowing. Sorry, guys. We're not going to edit this. The
yeah,
wind's blowing and
yeah.
Kayla's in a dress. You do the math.
I'm so glad you said something. My face is matching my hair right now. So basically, it's like, hey, how can I throw a party, a wedding maybe,
Yeah.
and I don't need new pots and pans, but I would love to crowdsource some money for my down payment because I want to realize the dream of home ownership. Well, Home Funding allows you to do that. So we set up a campaign for you, just like I'm thinking of the Pay It Forward website. Why can't I
Go fund.
GoFundMe? That's where the idea was sparked. So GoFundMe exists, but you can't legally use that for
For
your down
down
payment,
payment.
right? So we created a legal way for we manage it. You set up the campaign and we even help you share it. So we'll do a video. And then every time you share, just by sharing, Wayne, you get $10. So let's say your client creates a
Nice.
campaign and you share it. You just earned your client $10. So think of
I
how
can do
many,
that.
yeah. So think of how many people are on Wayne's team. That's like $100 right there just
Yeah.
for knowing Wayne. Then I know people, my whole family will do it. We'll share. So you can see how easily it could be to get several $1,000s.
Yeah.
And so that is really the premise behind it all. We also have some incentives. We match dollar for dollar up to $2,000 as
Oh,
your
wow.
lender.
That's good to know.
And so it's just a unique way. If we know in our mind we've got a year lease and we want to own a home at the end of this lease, let's start putting our down payment money in this fund and we can watch it grow as we work towards that goal. And that's there's a lot of more frequently asked questions and we
Right.
can get into the nitty-gritty of that, when a client calls. But that's the premise of it. And it's just a fun way to get a lot of people to contribute towards one of your biggest dreams.
Yep. I love it. And if you've ever heard of sometimes you can get a gift, say your parents give you some money for a down payment, and then you have to say, okay, well, this is a gift, but I don't have to pay it back, or I do have to pay it back. Whereas with this, Go Fund It, it is truly registered and logged as a gift that you are not required
Correct.
to pay back. So that's
So,
amazing.
so Wayne, let's talk about what would be the issue if your parents just gave you $20,000 and it hit your bank account. Well,
There's a few. You go
yeah.
ahead. I know them, but I'll let you say them.
Yeah, so that could be an issue because we have to not just get a gift letter from your parents, but we have to
Source it
source where that money came from versus
in their account,
in their
not
account.
to you, but in their account.
And let's just say how people move money, it can jump from here to there to everywhere, and that can be complicated. So that's what we're trying to avoid. One, but there's this thing with first time homebuyers, they've never heard the word like your money has to be seasoned. So,
Right.
so that's where I
Little
thought,
salt, little pepper.
yeah. So, season, we look at your last 60 days in your bank. So, if we see a large deposit, that's what we have to source. And that's why you can't just have people giving you money because it doesn't look like you're buying the home on your own.
Right.
And that's what this program, it solves that problem of let's get this money here, let's get this money there. It really is just the best way to go about crowdsourcing
Yep.
down payment.
I love it. Well, thanks so much for that, Kayla. Again, Kayla is one of our local lenders, my favorite lender that I work with. And she's so knowledgeable on all things lending, not just the home funded program. So we'll put her number up for you and I'll link it below. But definitely reach out to us if you would like more information. You'll have all the contact and easily accessible. But if you find this video helpful for you, make sure you subscribe to our channel, share this with anyone that you feel like could benefit from this information. Even if they're not ready or even if they're just looking for answers, we're always happy to answer
I'm
questions.
glad you pointed that out. This may be for somebody in Washington or Montana.
Yeah, it's
Wayne and
not
I are nowhere
specific.
near there,
Right,
but our program, we're in 50 states.
right.
So
I'm
just because
not,
I can't do
but she
it,
is.
yeah, our program's in 50 states. So even if you're thinking of a cousin in Idaho, I can help get them on the right path
Yep,
to home ownership. And so just wanted, you mentioned that. I was like, let me just throw that out there. This
yep,
isn't just for Florida. This is for
exactly.
all 50 states.
And, to her point, I often don't market myself well in this. I'm licensed in 4 states, but I'm connected to agents in every state and even internationally. So if you're somewhere else and you're seeing this, or you've got a friend or family member in another state that you think could benefit from this, still reach out. Have them reach out to us. We can connect them. Kayla has connections in every state, as do I. So thanks again for being here. Subscribe. Come back and see us where we'll talk more about all things lending and how you can get your foot on that first rung of the home ownership ladder.